Hey folks, back on the road. I just stopped to get me a little brekkie. I drove through Mickey D's and I got, those breakfast burritos. I hope we don't have anything stuck in my teeth. I kind of looked in the mirror and went, I don't see anything, but, who knows. So I apologize if I do. I was also in desperate need of some caffeine, which I have now procured. Makes me a better driver. All right. So heading down the road, and I wanted to share with you some stuff by a Hindu guru. All right, his name is Nanner, which is kind of cute because when my kids were little, I used to make them pancakes with squished up bananas in there, and we called them Nanner cakes. I'm sure he'd probably smile. Anyway, so I want to share a couple of quick things that he talks about because I think they are really prescient and tie in with things in a previous video, and of course lead to that aggregation philosophy that should lead to, epiphany after epiphany and awakening after awakening. And again, my goal isn't to push anybody away from the religious practice where they attend. In fact, I encourage you to continue to attend, but I am hoping that this kind of, free your mind and the rest will follow. I know I'm not a great singer. It is not my calling. But, I want you guys to kind of break out of wearing those blinders, as you're heading down the road of life. See what I did there? And, and just look at the things that other people believe and see if they have any value for you. Anyway, this guru says, he who has no faith in God cannot have true faith in himself. And he who has no faith in himself can never have faith in God. Now I want you to think about that for a second, because it's a little bit of circular logic there. What does that really mean? What is Guru Nanner trying to say with this couple of sentences? Well, he's saying, in my interpretation, that if you don't have faith that some sort of God exists, then everything that you think about is an accident. And how can you have faith in chaos? If everything is accidental, then you exist inside of pure chaos. And if everything is chaos, then how can you trust that anything that you do isn't just adding to the chaos? All right? That's the first part of it. second part is that if you don't have faith in yourself, you can't have faith in God. Well, if, as I believe, we are all energetic offspring of the Creator that have been given a chance in order to exist in physicality, in order to prove whether or not you have the ability to handle physicality with your energetic being, because eventually, after you die and you are judged to determine whether or not you have what it takes. Do you have what it takes to be as God in order to move between energy and matter through the utilization of thought? And if you have no faith in yourself when you are an energetic offspring in God, then you can't really truly have faith in God, because God doesn't make mistakes. You are a creation of God, but more than that, you are an offspring. And when you think, if you are at that point in your life where you have your own children, you want them to have faith in themselves, because there is strength, fortitude, and an outlook on life that can only come through belief in yourself. You can't get that really by abdicating everything and just saying, oh, I'm going to follow such and such a religious leader or belief system, and God will fill in the blanks. Yeah, God doesn't do that. All right? It's up to you. You are in this life in order to succeed. Believe in yourself. And believe in the Creator. And you will be successful. All right? So that's the first one from the Nanner Man. Next one, he says, and this one's really kind of hits home too, right? There is only one God, and His name is Truth. I really like that one. Next one. Coincidence is God's way of removing anonymous existence. Schwam. Coincidence is God's way of removing anonymous existence. You know, I always go back to the movie The Matrix. And do you remember when in the first Matrix, you know, they're walking up the stairs of the building and Neo sees the black cat walk past And then the same thing happens again, and he's like, whoa, deja vu. And everybody turns around, what? It's the same thing with coincidence. Or the way I like to say, coinkydinks. Coincidences are God's way of showing you that He exists. Why? Why would it be a coincidence? Why is that the methodology? Which I agree with the Nanner Man. It is because coincidences kind of wake us up and make us think. And you got to wonder, whoa, how could that just happen like that in that way? All right? And it's because it was put there on purpose. Lastly, it is ridiculous to be concerned whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side. Now, this wasn't a Nanner one. But I threw it in there because I think it goes along with what Nanner was saying. This actually comes from Abraham Lincoln when he was talking about what was going on in the Civil War. Because both sides believed that they were on the side of God, or that God was on their side. Both sides believed that. And they interpreted their religious teachings in order to prove that God was on their side, when in reality, the basis of some of the reasons behind why the Civil War occurred, like slavery, how could that be any way, shape, or form something that God would accept and say, oh, I'm on your side there, friends? And how about the other side? Because especially once Grant took over as the general of the Union Army, the atrocities that were committed. I know it probably ended the war sooner, but my goodness. The death and destruction, to include civilians, was way more than I believe was probably necessary. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. Just a shorty here. And I got to go in here for an appointment. After that, I've got some really interesting stuff here from folks that are nowhere near a cohesion of religious belief, but all of them have things to say that I think can lead us in the right direction. So I'll leave you with that. All right, I'll chat with you later, friends. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below so that we can have a conversation. Anyway, see yas. Bye.